Hey guys, welcome to episode 196 of the Cat Lady channel. My name is Andrea, also known as Cat Lady. That's 2T, C-A-T-T, which stands for Craft All the Things. I am a fiber related channel, so focus mainly on yarn stuff, so knitting, crochet, spinning, weaving, that kind of thing, but dabble in other random crafts, such as my diamond dot painting things I've been working on lately, and that's the only other random thing I have. I have a Cricut that I have a sewing machine. All these things like take space, so it's like I gotta pull out the Cricut and like clean off the table, and like, so it's one thing about the hook and needle crafts is they're very portable, so it's easy to just travel with them and pick them up and do whatever. I also have a circular sock machine which I dabble with and go in waves of cranking out a bunch of socks and then not touching it. So that is that. You can find me on social media, on Instagram as the Cat Lady, and Facebook. Pretty much Instagram. I'm not a huge active. I'm active on social media, but I'm not like hugely active. I maybe post every other day or so. And yeah, I need to get better at that. Well, like, do I? No, I don't need to get better at that. I just need to do what I'm going to do. I am from Michigan, and I have a husband, 2 kids, and a cat. And that is my thing. It is just me. Very limited edits. I just kind of post a bunch of clips and then compile them together and post the episode on the weekend, so either Friday or Saturday. Show notes are below. Show notes have been updated for the last 2 episodes because I sometimes get lazy. So when I post from my phone, which is very easy, it doesn't it's hard to put all the notes in. When I take my time and post from the computer, then I can put all the links in. Ravelry. If you can use Ravelry, that is where all my projects are, with all the yarn information, hook and needle sizes, and etc. So as far as the knit and crochet. I am currently wearing, I can't remember what this is called, but it's a Drunken Granny stitch, which I love it. And I love this top. This just turned out so cute. It was super simple. It was basically two panels, a back panel and a front panel. The front panel just had just a little bit of shaping. It was pretty much a rectangle, half or U-shaped, I guess, but the way the pattern, it gives it this nice little circular kind of ruffly kind of thing, and then you add on the sleeves. Super cute. Stand up there. Obviously I have to wear a shirt under it because it is a granny stitch style, but it's called Drunken Granny, which is super cute. But I love this. Is it bad that I want to make more in all different colors? I feel like I need to make different things, but I find something I like and I want to make 10 of them. But don't you do that when you go shopping? You find a shirt you like and then you buy 10 of them, one in every color. Anyways, I went off on a tangent, which I do a lot. If you are new, thank you for joining. Please subscribe, share, all those things if you like what you see. If you are returning, thank you again for always coming back. It's almost been 7 years, almost at 200 episodes. It's crazy. Oh, this was made out of Karen Simply Soft, by the way. So I use a lot of acrylic yarn just because I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars making sweaters. So I know I can find cheaper wool too, but I don't know, I just like the easy care of acrylic, okay? I'd like it. I know it's not the best for the environment, but I don't plan on throwing it out or anything, and maybe Emily will wear it someday, I don't know. So moving on. So I finished my blanket, and it has already been used once. I had it on the couch last night. So this is using Bernat Pop. I never told you what the name of it was. It's called the All for One crochet blanket. It was a pattern that was on the label of the Bernat Pop yarn. So it's the Bernat Pop. That's the blanket. I never measured it either. I need to measure it. I don't think it came out as long as this said. This said 48 by 56. I'm pretty sure it's not that big, but I only had, it says six skeins, 6 cakes, whatever, bowls. I only had 5. But I had 5 that it was an accidental purchase, so I talked about that last week. Last you saw I was working on the border, I ran out of white, so I only got to 2 rows. I would have liked a thicker border. I would have went maybe 2 more rows of double crochet, but I ran out after 2. I mean, I had a little bit left, not enough, not nearly enough. Even if I would have started taking apart other cakes of yarn to grab the white out of it, I don't think I would have enough. So it is what it is. It's fine. It's perfect for just a throw. It's supposed to just be a throw blanket for when I get cold on the couch downstairs. So this will go back downstairs. I actually washed and dried, and then I actually hit it with the steamer just to kind of kill the acrylic, they say, a little bit, so it keeps it from rolling, and it just gives it a little more drape. And so be it. But I'll try to measure that and put that update in my Ravelry. But that didn't take very long to make. It took like a week, so pretty happy with that. I have pulled out the yarn that I think, I'm getting hesitant, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. I'm making this, I want to make this Rhapsody Ruana, which I showed. And yeah, if I wore an outfit like this girl, just like a black tank top and black leggings or something, I think it would be cute if I put a belt around it. I'm afraid I'm going to make it and then hate it. But I think I'm going to like it. I like those kind of things. I like flowy wraps and stuff. So I'm going to use my Felicity Yarn Studio advent calendar from last year. So I have it all set up. I did rearrange the colors. So what it's going to be is like the front panels are going to be 12 colors and the back panel is going to be another 12. So I'll put in a picture. I have it set up so that the top, looking at here, the picture of the top 12 will be the front because I like those colors the best. Those are the colors I will see. So starting at the top, it'll be the lightest to the darkest, and then the back side will be the bottom, starting at the lightest to the darkest. So I think that's what I'm going to do. They sort of fade, but they don't fade, but I think they'll be all right. But I did a gauge swatch yesterday. I did, and I got the gauge that they said. I think I'm going to make the second size, which I believe is considered medium large. I don't know. That's my plan. I mean, it's only 20 stitch difference. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the medium one. I am worried I'm going to not have enough yarn. It requires 5 hanks of Hawthorn, Knit Picks Hawthorn, which is only 357 yards per 100 grams. This is more. This is more. So should be okay. I figure I'll do one color and see how many repeats I get and go from there. Determine if I should have enough. However, there is a border, and I didn't really take this into consideration. So it's going to like fade into stripes and whatever colors. And then I have to put on a border. Is it going to look weird? First of all, I'd love your opinion. Is that going to look weird? So I'm going to have all these like stripy sections, and then I'm going to have not a solid, but a similar colored border. So I picked out this, which is Manos del Uruguay Alegria. I just happen to have this in my stash. That looks it's just very like, it's got similar tones. It's got the greens and the purples and the blues, kind of some browns. I mean, I feel like it goes well with all those colors. And that would be around the whole edge. Now, it also calls for fringe, and I don't think I'm going to have enough yarn. It depends. It really depends how this plays out. So I'm getting nervous about starting, but I don't know. Maybe I will start it and see. Crochet is pretty quick, so maybe if I just do one mini and see how it looks, and even maybe if I do the mini and then, well, again, it's the multicolors that kind of bothers me. So I don't know, but that is what I'm thinking. Okay, first. I finished these socks. Last you saw they were like attached together in one tube. They're done. I still need the weave in the end though. So just figured I'd show you that. I have not done anything else on my sock machine. Ooh, put those there. I did it again. I can't stop just like casting on random stuff that I have no business casting on, but I did. And this is a just freestyle, I guess you call it, freestyle crochet top. That might turn into a dress. I really haven't determined. I'm going to put in a picture of what it looks like. I held it up and I kind of pinned it back over this top, so it looks kind of silly, but you can get the idea of it. So it kind of comes around your neck and it's like a halter. And I'd like it, and it's going to be open back because this is going to tie, like a corset back, I guess. I have this giant skein of Pound of Love line brand, and the plan is this won't make a full dress, like a long dress. It'll make a short dress. I don't know. I might just make it into a short dress because I thought about making it into a long dress because I have some pointing into nothing beige colored. It's like a taupe colored, same Pound of Love. So I thought of like making a color, like a color block style. So like the top is going to be the black. It's all kind of an off black. And then the skirt part would be the taupe. So, but this is a lot, but I don't think it's going to make a longer, because I made a skirt out of the same yarn. Last summer I made a skirt, and it required me a full ball of this plus the leftovers that I had made from a dress. So I know I can make a dress out of a short dress, because I made a form-fitting short dress out of it. It took me less than a whole ball of this. There's no, this was on clearance. I got it like a while ago. There's no way I'm going to get one that probably matches. I don't know. I could look and see if I could get one that matches, because then it would just be almost, I don't know, but maybe it'd be fun. This is where I'm going. I don't know. So potentially it's going to be colorblind. It might look really cool actually in the two tones. So maybe I'll just continue with the original thought process. So top and then skirt. And I have a few things I'm thinking about for the skirt, but I'm not certain yet. So again, crochet is pretty quick. So I did this up. I started this weekend. Just been picking it up and doing, just kind of making it up as I go. So I have this little mesh panel that's kind of right below the bust. It'll go over the belly, and it stops here, so it stops at the side. I don't know. It's just I actually like how it's turning out, so we'll see how it goes. But I have other things, so this isn't necessarily key. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm not really writing what I'm doing. I'm sort of paying attention to what I'm doing, but not really. So, and that's it. That's all I've been working on. So I'm going to cast on this Ruana, I think, and see what it looks like. Well, not looking forward to casting on a 200 stitches, but we will cast on the 200, see what the length looks like, do a series, a repeat of the pattern, maybe a repeat or two, see what it looks like, see how much yarn it uses, and go from there. So, feel like a waste of time a little bit, but like, that's okay. It's all just for fun. I did cake up the yarn. I was going to make my husband socks, and then I realized this is 100 grams, so I kind of, well, it's 80. So I need to split it in half, and he kind of likes his socks to match, so then I got to figure out if I'm going to match the yarn. So I kind of just started to ignore it. So that is it. It is March 14th. It is Pie Day 3.14, and I bought a lemon meringue pie to have tonight. So that is what I'll be doing today. Eating lemon meringue pie and working on my projects. So I will see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it's me and my crazy hair. Today it is Thursday already. It's already Thursday. And boy, I just don't know what I'm doing. I just don't know what I'm doing with myself anymore. Don't know what I'm doing with myself anymore. So last you saw this, it was a little bit longer, actually. I ripped it out and started over because I started too narrow. So the top started maybe here, and it didn't, as I kept trying it on and stuff, it just wasn't laying right in the bust area. So it needed to be pulled up a little bit. It was too kind of gappy, and it wasn't covering well. It has a lot of stretch, and it's gonna stretch because it's gonna be pulled with as corset style. So I think this is better. Again, it's hard to tell until you get there, but so it's obviously starting farther along the neck, but it pulls down. My strings are in the way, but as it pulls down, it's better. So so it's back to where you last saw it pretty much. I was in this mesh section in the middle, and yeah, I literally just got to the point of the yarn that I had completely unwound, so I'm now back to where I was. I'm having second thoughts, having third thoughts, fourth thoughts on this Rhapsody Ruana. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. And David saw a picture of this, and before I even started, he's like, that looks like a blanket. And it does look like a blanket. Like a wearable blanket. And that's kind of what it is, but I don't know. Am I really going to wear it? So I haven't gotten very far, but it took me forever to cast on 200 stitches. And I mean, it looks the pattern looks nice. I don't know. I mean, is the variegated, you're kind of losing the pattern a little bit with the variegated yarn. Yes and no. I don't know. I still like it, but I don't know if I'm going to like it, like wearing it. So like, this will be like I'm like, I mean, it's going to be long enough, I think. It's really hard to tell the length too. I mean, it's going to stretch too if I block it, but you know, if the seam is sitting here, it's got to come down to my elbows. I don't know if I'm going to like it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. So I'm rethinking of what I'm going to do. I'm like not very far. Obviously I'm into I'm like, it's like half of a mini, no, a little more than half. So I don't know. It's on pause. I just, and again, with the border issue and the fringe, and it's like, maybe it would just look better in one color if I did do it. But then I'm back to like, what am I going to make? And then I fancied the idea of a pair of pants again. So if you watch Andy the Knitress, she made a pair of leggings out of the Pretty Twisted Yarns advent. And it was like scrappy and fun and bright and cool, but like, what if I made a pair? I know there's like jogger patterns, because I don't know if I like the idea of tighter leggings, only because I feel like if there's no stretch in it, the knees are gonna get like saggy. Because I have a pair of like knit looking leggings I got for Christmas, and they're like a Fair Isle kind of Christmassy pattern, and yeah, every time you wear them too much and then you sit down and you stand up, the knees are like saggy because it doesn't like bounce back. It's not spandex. It's not like this stretch material. So like, I do worry about that. So if I made them just kind of like a jogger style, then they would all be kind of loose. But then do I have enough yarn for that? I don't know. So I thought a skirt. So I'm making this dress over here. I mean, I could make a nice like flowy skirt that uses all the different colors, and that could be fun. But I mean, I still feel like that's probably too much yardage for a skirt. I don't know, maybe not. This is my brain. This is what my brain does. And I have 3 of these to use. I have 4 of these to use, actually. I have Pretty Twisted, 2 Felicities, and mine. Mine, I know what I'm doing. I'm doing the something by Rhapsody Ruana. Can't remember what it's called. Just Feel something. It's not Just Feel Festive, I don't think, because that's the one I think I already did, or maybe that's the one I'm doing. I don't know. It's a biased or rectangle. I think it's like a rectangular shawl, crochet shawl, and it's a chevron, like wave pattern, and it's just a long. And hers calls for DK, so I think holding the yarn double. I was gonna do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I don't know if I was going to, like, I think the other one called for the same thing, but I don't remember. I'm going to do it the same way I did the other one. Or, no. Maybe I'll hold it double. Because the other one I only had 12 minis. And I like the length of it. So maybe I'll do it the same as I did the other one, but hold my yarn double. So that I can use all 24. And it's just going to be eclectic and fun. So, it's like is it a granny chevron? I think it might be like a granny chevron. The other one was just like a biased rectangular granny stripe. So they'll be very similar. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I know that's what I'm going to do. I just haven't decided if I'm just going to make it really long and big, or if it's going to be DK and whatever. So, but back to the Felicity ones and the Pretty Twisted one. I still thinking a sweater for Pretty Twisted, but I haven't gotten anywhere with that. And now I don't know what to do. Maybe a shawl, but the shawl is going to be huge. This is my biggest concern. It's like, that's 24 mini skeins is a lot of yarn. It's like 2,000 yards, something like that, I think. That's a lot of yardage. So any kind of advent shawl pattern you see, they're massive if you're using all the yarn, which I don't have to use all the yarn either. Obviously, I have lots of scrappy projects, so I could just use half and do it that way. These kind of fade, so I mean, these would be a fun fade. So it would be a fun one type project. So I don't know. I'm still playing with the idea of skirt, because a fingering weight flowy skirt would be kind of cool. So it would probably use a lot of yardage. So I am at ground zero again. It is only 10 in the morning and the kid, Emily, will be home in like a half an hour because I have a half day. So today is going to be kind of out the window. I got conferences for David tonight. Emily's got a robotics meeting. So we have a busy-ish afternoon. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, I'm going to make corned beef. That's like the big thing. We got 2-liter burners that will turn green. Oh, I do have some St. Patrick's goodies that need to be put out as well for the morning. So that is that. So I will be back tomorrow with an update of who knows what. I'll work on my top today, so we'll see if I can get that squared away, properly fitted and whatever. And that's it. I still have to do stuff on my sock machine. It's this whole choice paralysis that I seem to have a lot, deciding what to do because I have too many choices of things to do. So anyways, I'll be back tomorrow and what will I decide? What will I do? Hey guys, happy Friday. It is St. Patrick's Day. I am wearing my green, my flax, my tin can knits, the flax sweater. A very basic sweater. She has now included shaping. There's one thing I don't like. I don't hate it because I've made other sweaters that are kind of not really. Most of them seem to have some shaping in it though, like short row shaping. This one doesn't, so I always feel like the neckline is kind of like all up in my stuff. But again, it doesn't bother me that much. But she has since updated the pattern. You could put in short row shaping to bring the back up a little and the front down a little. But this was a super easy sweater pattern. I believe this is my first, it's not my first sweater, but it's my first actual wearable sweater. My other one came out nice, but it was too itchy. So I still have it. And then I'm wearing my Barley Light in my olive juice colorway. So I have my green, I have some green pants on, so I'm all green. I don't have any green socks. So I have a pair of shorty Felici in the 8-pit color, which has green stripes in it. I do have socks with green in it, but just the shorty socks with my leggings just don't look right. And my other socks with green in it are dirty. You didn't need to know all that. Anyways, I frogged the Ruana. So we're back to square one. I just don't know what to do. I've gone through patterns again today. I've been looking. That's just a lot of yarn that I want to use. And like, I know I don't have to use all of it, but I want to use most of it. And then I'm looking at sweaters, and sweaters that have like a fade, like an actual like faded, like tonal speckly look really good. Sweaters that have like the more variegated mixed with tonals and blah, blah, blah. They're just not, I mean, this might still look good. I keep looking at the yarn like you're going to see it. It's on the floor. But it might, I don't know how it's going to look. And I don't necessarily love the look of the scrappy sweater as much. So that is where I'm at. And then I thought, well, I could crochet a sweater because I've never crocheted a sweater, number one. I've made tops. I've never made like a raglan style sweater, which I'd like to do. So I could do that. It would not solve the weird blocky problem of colors. But it'd be something different, and crochet uses more yarn. So like, again, even a sweater with this amount of yarn is going to turn into longer, which again, it doesn't bother me much either if it's knitted. Oh, but I don't know. And then I just thought, well, maybe if I combine both last year's and this year's, I could make a big blanket, but I don't need any more blankets. I really don't need any more blankets. And I'm a little disappointed with it's on the chair. I can't point. I'm over there. I can't point. Over there. There it is. The habitation throw. I'm not disappointed. It's just really small. It's really not functional. It's really, and that was using an advent, but that was a smaller advent. It was a 10 gram, which is what the pattern called for. I believe it called for 10 gram advent. I think. Yeah, I think it did. So it's just it's a small something throw-ish thing. It's like not really functional. It's really more decorative. So I could do like a large habitation. I don't know. And then I found a dress pattern. There's actually a semi-similar to what this is gonna be. It was like a halter style, but not quite the same. But it was using fingering weight as a hobby pattern. So a hobby yarn free pattern. And it was just a very simple halter topped piece. And then it went into like a maxi dress type thing. It was like all double crochet, pretty simple. So I could do that. And, you know, it's fingering weight, so it'll be a little lighter weight, so it'll be fun for summer beach cover-up type thing. So I might look into that. It was constructed a little, not odd, but like it was, the front had panels of front and back that you've seamed and stuff, which that doesn't bother me too much. But then I thought just another kind of boat neck style top tunic dress thing too. So I have all these things swirling in my head and I just cannot make a decision. So let's move on to this. I decided that I would change colors, and it's actually looking like a cute, kind of a cute ruffly peplum top if I wanted to stop right now. It's really hard to hold this up and have you see what's going on here. So this is about like right under my waist. Picture like belly button area, I guess. And then, yeah, so I'm trying to increase out to what I want the final length to be so that it has some kind of like ruffle and then it hangs down. So I do worry about running out of yarn, but then I thought I wanted to put like a lace. So I want to cover my butt in the double crochets. And then when I get down past that area, switch over to a lace pattern. So I could switch back to the black. So then it would kind of be like a color block, 3-piece. So I could do that because I do worry because I made a skirt out of this yarn and it took more than a skein. So I'm thinking about that, but I am thinking about how much flare I want. This is a lot, but I don't know if it's enough. So I might need to flare, give it one more row of increases to flare it out just a touch more. It sucks because I'm not going to know if I really like it until it gets like 10 inches down, and then I'm going to see how it hangs on my body and see where we're at. And I'm going to determine if I hate it or love it. So it's like, it's a lot of wasted time, which is, I guess, just the nature of the game, right? When you're making your own patterns, it's what you got to do. So I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going to do like another round of, I was doing every other stitch increased. I'm going to do like every third because I don't want that much more stitches. I just want just a few more. So I'll do that row and then I'll just start going around and around. And then at some point I want to get to a part where I put in some lace. So I'll have to count my stitches and figure out that and whatever. So, and then determine if I want to change colors. So yeah, it's not been a great week. It's been a very off week and I just not feel like I've gotten much done. And there's just been a lot of ripping out of things. Don't like ripping out things. So, but we're having corned beef for dinner. So that's good. It's the weekend. And I got nothing. So, with that horrible segment, I'm going to end this monstrosity of a episode and call it a week. Hope everyone has a great weekend. If you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, please celebrate safely. I will be having green burners later, most likely is the plan. Don't know if I'm gonna have any beer or not. I have beer, I just don't know if I want to have beer tonight or not. So, but we bought a thing of burners to color green for the kids. So, and I'm just gonna chill and work on my whatevers. So, I hope everyone has a great week and weekend, and I'll see you next time. And I hope you get to craft all the things.